Here we have the first race of the semifinals. Freddie Dinapoli in War Wizard racing against Joseph Medina in Outlaw. As they are racing on this very special S-style track, as Joe kind of has the lead on War Wizard going down into the final turn. And with more momentum, Outlaw will advance to the final round. Here we have the second race of the semifinals. Has Toxic having a hole shot and Slinger having some problems on the starting line. And now Toxic with a good tight turn and Slinger trying to catch up, going onto the pad, having some nice air, but it's too late because Slinger will high side and Toxic will move on to the finals. And here we have the final race, Toxic versus Outlaw, and they see the green. Both having nice start. As Toxic with a tight turn jumping the pad. And Outlaw is right there with him onto the final turn. Toxic bumps the car. They're even. But Toxic will have more momentum and wins racing, getting the first 8 points. Here we have the first race of the semifinals. Has both having a nice turn. Smiler and One Man Army. Going in the first turn, Smiler kind of goes wide. But One Man Army with more momentum going onto the final turn. Boat goes wide, but Smiler is out of it, and AJ will move on to the finals. Here we have the second race of the semifinals, WPR versus Warhog, as both having nice turns, but Warhog gonna take it tight, jumping the pad as he's turning and sliding into the corner onto the final turn, and it will not matter because Warhog will move on to the finals against One Man Army. And there is the green light as Warhog and One Man Army having a good start, and Warhog kind of wheeling around and going into the turn as Warhog takes it tight and he nosedives. Ouch, that's gonna leave a mark and he will recover. And One Man Army takes it tight onto the final turn, and Warhog is coming back. Oh my, with more momentum, and Warhog will win. Next, for the skills competition, here is Freddie Dinapoli in War Wizard as he announces his presence with a Sky Wheelie, but that will cost him. Next, Airborne Ranger, and Brandon Akasar gets a 5 flat. That will put him in 7th place. Next, we have AJ Reed in Barbarian as he gets a nice bicycle, and that will put him in 6th place. Next, Siki Heckrud in Black Gold with a nice flap wheelie, and that will get a 7.324 as he's riding it. Next, with Joseph Rodriguez in Carolina Crusher with a nice moonwalk, and he rides it into a wheelie. Oh man, that was a nice hit. Then Joseph Medina in Outlaw with a huge Sky Wheelie, that will put him in 3rd place. Then you have Isaac Bailey Gilliard out of Florida driving the Slinger machine as he gets 2nd place with a long bicycle, riding it across the end of the track as he does a little sidewalk. And here's your skills winner, Caden Vile out of Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania in Toxic, as he gets the 1st spot with a 8.200 and getting the skills win. as he rides the moonwalk. And here we have Carolina Crusher going for the racing lane, having some nice air, going over the van stack and pulling it into a slap wheelie, and he will do another combo, and this kinda will cost him as he goes sideways and he cannot save it. Here we have CK Heckroot in black gold with some nice air off the black bus jump as he's lining up on the racing lane, and he gets all over the place, rolling over, and that will be a done. Tough break. Up next, AJ Reed in Barbarian, trying to pop a wheelie but not quite getting it, but he combos it on the bus jump into a slap wheelie. That was a nice hit as he's going, whoa, over the yellow bus stack with a huge sky wheelie into a wheelie, and that will give him the 6th place spot. And he crosses over the camper, but he nosedive, and that will be a RII. Here comes Brandon Akasar in Airborne Ranger with some huge air, cruising over the camper into a slap wheelie, nice and slow, jumping over the pad as he's turning around, going on the backside of the racing lane into a nice slap wheelie, going for some huge air. And he's going for a backflip off the side of the big ramp. He's going sideways. And he's cruising around over the band stack, pulling a wheelie, but he goes sideways and he saves it. Good enough for 5th place. Here comes Joseph Medina in Outlaw, starting off with a jump over the pad, and he's already in trouble, but nice recovery as he's looking around the track as it looks like he's going over the other side of the pad. It's some huge air. That was some big air off of that pad. And he jumps over the band stack slowly, but that will pay off. And oh my God, he went with some huge air off the back of the big ramp, turning around onto the camper jump, and nice slap wheelie as he's searching up for his next hit, and he's going big off the bus stack into a slap wheelie, riding it, going around, and he is going all over the place over the pad. That was a nice move. Going around onto the other side of the pad, he goes sideways. He took a detour and he oh man, I don't know what to call that, but he recovered into a wheelie, but he rolls it over. Oh my, nice recovery with some sidewalls and some huge air to add it up. That's what I call the magic of the Willman chassis, as he rides it with a wheelie, going around as he's about to go big, and oh man, ouch, that will be a hard hit, and he will finish 4th place. And here comes Slinger announcing his presence with some huge air, the truck out of Sunrise, Florida, as he's going around, not getting a huge elevation of the backside of the bus stack as he cruises around the yellow cars, slinging the dirt around as he's looking for his next hit, and he's going over the racing jumps with some nice little air, comboing over the van stack, turning around, and he's about to jump the pad. Oh, nice. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but This is an interesting way to approach the big ramp as he is all over the place. That was a nice save. Going on the side. Oh man. Nice stoppie. It was going over the side of the pad. Now he's going all crazy mode over the bus stack. Going over. Oh man. Double combo, I guess. As he's going over the side of the big ramp into a sky wheelie. Interesting approach. Has that run will get a third place with a 7.600. Nice air. Oh man, wicked bounce. Someone save it. Ah, not quite. Almost. Give it up for Slinger. Here we have Freddie Dinapoli in War Wizard announcing his presence here on Mount Pleasant as he's turning around over the van stack, lining it up with a little slap wheelie, comboing into the back of the racing lane ramps into another slap wheelie. Now he's starting strong on his freestyle run. And he's cruising over the pad, turning around. Oh, a little bicycle action. Nice, getting technical in this run already. Going on the yellow backside of the bus stack, landing sideways. Oh man, a little bicycle action. And going on the back of the step. Oh man, nice. Nice sky wheelie. In skills, that ram cost him and put him in last place, but that was a nice sky wheelie as he gets some huge air over the other side. He's slinging the dirt onto some donut. Not quite often. I think this is the first donut or second donut of the night, but either way, that will help him out on scores. As he's going over the side of the bus stack, an interesting approach because that sent him into some type of forward momentum. That was a nice move. As he's whipping the truck over the bus stack and rides it into a slap wheelie. Turning it around. This is a good run so far. And looking for his next hit. Oh man, some huge air off the back of the big jump, and he's all over the place, and that will be a done. And here comes Caden Violent Toxic. So far he has won all 3 competitions previous to freestyle as he starts with a nose wheelie. Interesting start, getting technical already. Nice approach as he is going over the band stack into a slap wheelie. Nice combo as he's riding it across in front of the fans. Cruising around, looking for his next hit, and it will be some huge air. Nice air. And it looks like Toxic will jump over the backside of the bus stack for some huge air. And comboing into a slap wheelie, swerving to the side as he is going to cruise over the yellow cars. And he will have an interesting approach to the side of the racing pad with some huge air. Almost to how Joe did in skills, but now he's gonna combo it with some donut action. Jumping over the racing jump as he's going over the yellow side as he does a sky wheelie and twisted. Good column bringing it down. And it looks like he's going over the other side of the pad with some huge air. Probably the biggest air of that side. Going over the white bus stack. riding it down on the other side as he's turning around and he's going over the bus with some huge air. Over the other side as he's going for the white van stack with some huge air. Truck going over the side, riding a bicycle, and he's holding it, getting into some little sidewalls, and that will be enough for first place and getting the win for freestyle. Here is the point standing as the stop number 1 has Toxic and Caden Vile leads with 32 points after sweeping the entire competition here in Mount Pleasant. Will someone break the streak by next week? We will find out as the next stop is West Lampeter, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned.